Hello creative friends, it's Eugenia from Art Paynes Atelier, and today we're going to be making a simple snowy scape with only 3 colors and no brushes but a spritz bottle. So I've got squeezed here my 3 colors. I will just lightly mist to make sure that they don't get dry because it's summer here in Australia. And I will do a rough drawing for what I'm thinking roughly. So I am going to make some, I will put in a horizon somewhere here. Doesn't have to be straight. I'm gonna make it to be kind of the time that the sun sets and it's not completely dark yet, and sometimes we see the moon, so I really like that moment. And normally they're so nice and quiet moments, so I'm gonna make a crescent here. Okay, I better stop. Okay, so that is enough for the drawing part. We could actually avoid completely the drawing, and now we will start. First we're going to wet our paper. Not a lot. I am going to wet it, but not extremely. I will start with the, I think I should start with the sky. I know I said no brush, but wetting the paper, it's not painting with brush. Sometimes I always have some brushes next to me, but we don't really. We're gonna be using the plastic card scrapers. It's those ones. They are from store cards, or you can have like credit cards, if all credit cards or gift cards. This is from a phone, the phone cards that they come, and you got them in different sizes. And yeah, so let's start. We'll start with some Paynes Grey. Ooh, this is really nice. Hello. I forgot. This might. Oh, I'm gonna have to use the gouache. I meant to cover my moon with some oil pastel, but now it's a bit too late. I forgot about it, and it doesn't look like it wants to. That's fine. We'll put gouache for that one. And let's Oh, my hand. We'll just put some pigment in areas that it will just guide it to travel where we want it to travel. Just put lines like that. Doesn't matter if you scratch your paper, if you damage your paper, that's fine. This kind of painting needs to be loose and expressive, and we're gonna keep on adding. Now obviously we can't make straight sky with a very smooth sky, but it is it's part of what we do to have lines and scratches on the paper. Can be a bit messy, I have to admit. And plus it is my paper is buckling, probably with too much water. And we try to guide now the pigment in the areas that we want to go. If it starts drying up, we might help it again, reactivate it, and move to the areas that we want to. It is interesting, and it is definitely you will not get another one of those. Definitely no one can duplicate that. It's true. Everybody's art piece will look completely different. Okay, and I think it's time to start working a little bit on my ground, and then we'll go back to the sky and we'll add some a little bit red, a few other tones. So there I am again. I just thought that I am not gonna let it dry completely, so I will work a little bit on the horizon while it is half wet. So on the horizon, I should have kept it probably more clean, but that's okay. So I'll put some nickel yellow and some very light madder red, and then let's get our spritz bottle and try to move this pigment. The beauty is that what's this spritz bottle? The nickel just becomes very bright as soon as it gets wet. And I will wait a little bit this area here too, because I think I put too much. I'll let them move and mix and let the watercolor create its own magic. With this kind of painting, it's very unpredictable, obviously. It is very, you could say that it's intuitive, but I'll have something in mind when I start, so it's not completely this technique. It's great for water, like make a lake, to make a sea. And now I'm trying to make snow down the tracks. I'm not sure if I'm gonna manage to make snow, but anyway, there is a movement there. And the way you're spraying and the water, it gives the movement of your pigment, so you need to be mindful how you using your spritz bottle. I might keep those runs here. I kind of like them. I have to keep them here. I need to keep my painting a little bit tilt. So I just have to put something behind my board. That's why I'm you see me using those boards. They're very cheap. I'll show you another one. It's these boards here. I have another one ready for another tutorial. So yeah, those ones, those folders are so cheap. They're only a couple of dollars cost, and they're very handy because I can have one painting here going, and I can have another one here if I want to. Then I close it and can work on this one and go back to the other one. It's so yeah, it's handy to have a few of those floating around in the studio. So now my paper is getting a little bit tired, so I should be a little bit mindful not to do too much and start damaging it a lot. So if I try to make some marks indicating some gouache coming forward or the back, you can use your scraper like this. You can add color but I like using this one because it's the way I'm holding it. Okay, and I think it is time to start thinking about my moon. We lost the moon, remember? And now I definitely have to get a brush. Sorry for that. It meant to be a painting without brush, but now we're using the gouache. Need to use a brush. Because I didn't preserve it before. Forgotten. So let's put our moon there, because I don't intend to touch the sky anymore. I've done a little mistake here, just removing the excess, of course, on the side. Okay. And then, no, I'm not sure if it's not dry yet. Now we'll wait to dry, and then we'll start painting our tray. So there we go. It is all dried up, and it is ready to take the next layer, which is going to be a tray. So I have kind of draw roughly the branches and the trunk, not very detailed, just the rough, very rough lines that they show basically the movement of the train. So it is decided to make it start from somewhere here, and as you can tell, I'm getting I'm getting paint straight from the tube. No, this is not the way to use watercolors, but that's what I will do for now. This is a burnt umber from Paul Rubens, and because we did say we're not going, well, anyway, I'll try not to use a brush, so I'm not doing much mixing, only whatever is getting mixed on the paper. So am I going to So at this point, I have added a little bit gouache for the snow, and as we said, I used burnt umber for the trunk and the branches, and a little bit nickel yellow from the original choice. So now I'm going to unmask it. I've put a couple of different ones because, and I think it's pretty much ready. I shouldn't do any more. Now my paper is getting really tired. It's I don't think you can take it anymore because this paper is a multimedia paper. It is not a watercolor paper, so it doesn't really take it's not designed to take so much abuse as I did. So it's done very, very well for what I've done to it. So yeah, I think it is time to let it rest and start thinking the next project. When I'm painting like this, I'll always have some bleeding on the, but we can fix it easily with some gouache, or we can use the watercolor ground from Daniel Smith. It's kind of also can be as a mistake eraser. So, but at first I'm trying to remove it with some water. See if we can lift it. If we cannot lift it, then gouache into the rescue. Where's my gouache? Here. And now I'm gonna have to say I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to use my brush. And it's not, if it's not 100%, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna fuss about all the little ones, just for the big ones. Because once you frame it, then it's gonna all of these imperfections, they're gonna be covered from the mat board. So there's no point trying to clean everything. It's good enough. And here we go. Now I'm gonna have to get my brush to put my initials on it. I'll get my favorite color, Paynes Grey. What's my favorite? Because it's pretty dark, and it's giving me decent contrast. I have to admit, not always though. This particular one is very blue. I would prefer to leave it darker and more neutral, because this is very blue for grey. But that's okay. So there we go. This is another little tutorial with no brush. This is a relaxing, loose kind of artwork that we didn't have to think a lot about it. So that's the most attractive part of this painting. It's relaxing. We don't have to think about it much. We don't have to concentrate. On a day that you don't feel like be very specific of what you're doing, you can just start a piece like that, and it doesn't matter if it works out or not. You have fun. That's how I say it. So yeah, if you enjoy this tutorial or entertaining painting session, Please don't forget to like it, and please subscribe if you haven't. We'll be doing many more art pieces and reviews and color theory, drawing, on watercolors and on pastels and on pencils. We'll be having fun. So yeah, click the notification button to be in touch with future videos. Until then, be happy, be creative, and keep painting. Bye for now.